little bit different than it did before you guys went on that road trip?
I mean, I feel like it's still the same. We ended up having a solid road trip, and just feels good to get back home, especially with the limited amount of games that we have until All-Star break here. So.
How much does it feel like maybe you guys have turned the corner, kind of turned things around?
Yeah, I think even like in the Milwaukee game, we had a rough first quarter, but the last 3 quarters I feel like we fought in a positive way. So I think in every single game, like we've just played with looseness and joy and things like that, and that's just kind of been the emphasis of this turnaround. So.
Third in defense during that 7-game stretch. Did you feel like anything was? What do you credit that to?
Just being aggressive. Just defensively, just trying to get our hands on the ball and just trying to figure out how we can get deflections and get transition points when we get those deflections. So, I think that's just been our point of emphasis, and it's helped us, especially those 7 games.
Keon's been in that starting lineup with a lot of the injuries. How much does that help you as having another guy out there that can take some of the large responsibilities defensively?
Yeah, he's been really good. There's been times where we've kind of switched off, like in the Miami game with Harrow, he started on him. Then I ended up finishing. So just things like that kind of help us with the energy level, especially like in tough games. So
Mark said that he was saying on the broadcast that you've changed since attending the Rod Wave concert. Do you agree with that? Like, is that a thing? Or is
it's my favorite artist. So definitely brought a lot of energy. But I don't know. It's probably just a coincidence or something. I don't know. But
Houston's pretty athletic. What do you guys know about the Rockets?
Yeah, they're an aggressive team. They came in here last time and got 20-something offensive rebounds on us. So if we can limit their second chance opportunity, I think we'll have a good shot. So, and they're playing at a high level right now.
When you look at
I think we're on like a losing streak or something like that. So I feel like we played really solid on both ends of the court, and they're a team that is a grudge match. So we know it's to be a physical game, and we just have to be up to level tonight.
Is it easier or harder to tune out the noise during a losing streak versus a winning streak?
I feel like it's harder on a winning streak just because there's a lot of people saying positive things, and you want to be a team that continues that win streak. So, and on losing streaks, you just want to get better. So it's just kind of putting your head down and grinding. But either way, it can both be a negative unless you turn into a positive.
Game on TNT tonight, Kevin Harlan calling. Just what does it mean to be on national television? Not a ton of these games this year on national television.
Yeah, last year I think we're on it more than we were this year, but it's good to just kind of have the fans back on national TV. I feel like that's the biggest thing, just getting people used to how the fans are, how loud it is, what the environment's like, and things like that. So I think they'll show out tonight. It'll be good.
Now that you're
What do you miss most about just when Malik is out there, especially with his role now, just being so much of a playmaker?
Yeah, he brings kind of a different pace to the game. He's really good in the pick and rolls and things like that. And he's been playing at a high level, getting off the ball, on the ball, things like that. So whenever he's not playing, obviously it leaves a hole, but you just gotta be able to collectively be able to fill that gap.
I'll just be throwing anything on for real. I don't know. I might wear it. I might not. I don't know. Yeah.
Looks good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
during that 7-game win streak, you guys' defense was third during that stretch. Just what do you feel like what you guys were executing well during that?
I think our effort throughout that stretch was real good. Obviously, you're going to game plan, but there's going to be breakdowns, and I think we flew around, rotated for one another, to try to help each other out. So I think that's a big part of that.
How are vibes on the team?
Great. Immaculate.
Immaculate?
They're immaculate right now, yeah.
Playing Houston tonight, national television game, just what does Houston bring to the table for you guys, and what do you guys got to do to be able to get a win tonight?
We know they're going to play hard. It was a hard-fought game last time. They're real energetic, good defensive team. So we knew we have to bring it from the jump. You know, they're real young, so they're going to have the energy. You know, but we know they're coming off of a back-to-back, and so we want to take advantage of those things that you kind of get throughout the season. So just try to stick to our game plans and the things that have been helping through that win streak.
What do you feel like the biggest takeaway was for you guys after these 3 games on the road?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know, honestly. I just be out there, man. But I think just the fight that we showed, all the wins weren't pretty. Well, I think the Boston one was a good win. The one in Chicago, had to fight a little harder for that one. Had to scrap that one together. Then I think in Milwaukee, the slow start we had, and then the following quarters, we kind of did what we needed to do, but it wasn't enough because of the start that we had. So I think the fight that we've been showing is definitely a good thing, and it's trending in the right direction. So besides that first quarter we had, I think the fight is definitely a good thing you can take away.
Did that fight, I know it's a different era in a way, but do you feel like some of that was shown in that win over Houston, and just how big that game was for you guys and showing that you guys can handle physicality?
I guess you could say that. It's great to get the win in that one. Obviously there was a couple of, I wouldn't say like fights or anything, but like guys, or a couple heated moments I would say that happened in that one. So, for us to kind of go through that and then still keep our head leveled and come out and get the win in that one, I think that was huge against a team that's rolling too. So.
What was your relationship like with Coach Christie before he became the interim coach versus what it is now?
I think we have the same relationship. I think before he was, I was the one sitting next to me on the bench, so we would always talk about just defensive things. Like if he sees someone throw a lazy pass, he's like, "See, you can get that." Like if someone throws it, he sees that, it's a lazy pass. That we're just not like, I wouldn't say we're not locked in, but like especially him as a defender, like when guys are just being lazy and just throwing passes across the court, like or contests or whatever it is. We have those talks on the bench throughout the game. And then he was my coach this past summer league too, so I know how he likes to coach and everything, and just a good guy to be around. He jokes a lot too, so I think that's a good thing. And then when it's time to be serious, he's serious. So I think that's good for him.
We heard that DeMar coordinated you guys watching some Christie defensive film, and just watching that, your opinion changed at all where you stack up with it?
Nah, that's not at all. But it was. That was like my first time actually watching a couple of highlights, but I know he was a good defender for sure. We still joke about it. Me and him still joke about it back and forth, like what each other could and couldn't have done or whatever it is. So, I don't think
you gotta get some all defensive under your belt or what?
I guess so. That's what people like to base things off of, but. Between me and him, like me and DC, like personally, I'm telling him every time, I don't know, I think I got you beat, but that'll come later on, so I'm not really worried about that.
Sure. But having a coach that has that similar mindset to you, similar sort of play style, like we see you picking up full court, is that something that he's implemented, or how has he helped you out defensively?
Well, that's something that I know that to make my mark that I'll have to do, so I do that, and then he just gives me the pointers of, how to do it against certain players, or like what different things to do or whatever. So just some tips of whenever I'm guarding different types of players, and who you want to pressure, how you want to pressure them, and things like that. So I would say that's the best help that he's given me on the defensive end side.